Hello everyone and welcome to Battle of the Beasts All Generation episode number 114. I'm Adam and today we got two more beasts fights out for one of the last three spots in round two. Being honest, I'd rather both of these beasts make it through to round three, sorry not round two, but honestly I'm afraid it has to be one, and looking at the other four beasts left to fight for round three, being honest, would have wanted all of them to make it through. But unfortunately, only three must go. Through or out, I don't know. But anyway, let's introduce them. Representing Series 7, The Lost World. The last beast to participate from Series 7 to in round 2. And also, would this be the fifth beast to make it through to round 3? Well, depends what her opponent is. Well, she's the killer Vig Rush back in round 1, so she is formidable. We have Madara the Midnight Warrior versus her opponent. Some say this beast is the killer of Sorex back in round 1. Others say this one had a very impressive journey through. Others say this beast had a very impressive journey through the new generation tournament. He's from Series 25, the Prison Kingdom. All I'll say is he wasn't the winner, but he was the runner-up. I am talking about Lycaxa, Hunter of the Peaks. So Madara versus Lycaxa. I love both of these beasts. And to know that one of them has to go through is kind of upsetting. Like, oh, I like both of them. I really do. I don't know. But let's get to the stats. Madara is a giant cat who stalks the chilly mountains in the north of Tavania. Against the snow, she's almost invisible because her crystal white fur and her lidless yellow eyes are always on the lookout for prey or danger. Age 290, power 245, magic level 173, fright factor 84, size 256. Abilities: fur control, natural weaponry, enhanced speed and agility, and camouflage. Fur control, she can turn her fur into glass. Weaknesses: limited glass fur. Madara's fur cannot stay in its glass-like state for too long, and easily destroyed glass fur. Madara's glass fur can be destroyed easily by rocks and or swords. And for Lycaxa, unfortunately, we don't have a little moment in the Bible for Lycaxa, but I do have this.
Questers beware! If you hear Lycaxa's bark, you may already be dead. Even though he's blind, Lycaxa has advanced hearing and a sense of smell. So advanced that he doesn't need his eyes. So, as you can see by his incredible stats, you're in for quite a challenge. Sharp claws, sharp fangs, high sense of smell, high sense of hearing, sparks that create rock slides, earthquakes, and crevices depending on the environment, agility, wall crawling based on the poor design. You're in for quite a match against this cunning foe.
So yeah, Lycaxa may not having his own, dialogue. I did write one for the new generation tournament, and thank you, Impus, for doing it for me. So with that, he already listed off the powers and abilities, but I could do the weaknesses. That's my forte, thank you. We got blindness and pierceable skin. Yeah, he's blind, but pierceable skin, that was obvious on how he died in the book, which is quite a brutal way, actually. So with that, we have our opponents, we have the stats department done, and with that, let's get into the fight. As for the environment, well, both of them are cold-related beasts, so why not the icy terrain? So with that, let's get into this. As both beasts exit from their chambers, Lycaxa jumps up onto the out of the sky exit onto the side of the arena, and howls into the arena as Madara sneaks her way out and makes her way around the perimeter of the arena. Lycaxa can hear the faint crunch of snow, almost like he knows he's not alone. He knows someone else is here. He lets out a loud, ferocious bark to let his presence be known. And right below Madara, she can feel the ground starting to shake, almost like it starts opening up beneath her. She sees a giant chasm almost appear directly in front of her, almost like she knows this is Lycaxa's doing. Lycaxa jumps down into the snow as well. And using his nose, he tries to find where his opponent is. And whilst brushing past Madara a few times, whilst Madara stays silently still, Lycaxa starts sniffing, and when like this, turns and looks directly towards Madara and starts snarling at him. Madara is impressed by this incredible sense of smell and hearing that Lycaxa has, but Madara would not let that beat her. Lycaxa snarls, runs, and jumps over the chasm. Surprised, Madara is surprised that Lycaxa was able to know exactly where the chasm was. But at this point, Madara doesn't even know what to react. She charges up towards Lycaxa while he's jumping over the chasm and forces her whole body weight into Lycaxa, pushing him backwards, and then recoils back, careful not to get caught by these sharp claws of Lycaxa. Lycaxa almost gets pushed back, almost goes off the edge of the cliff, but doesn't, and charges right back up towards Madara. Madara then changes her fur into glass and waits for Lycax to just charge into it. He does and goes to slash, but gets his paw completely caught by glass. He yelps in pain, and Madara uses that as her opportunity to strike. She slashes at the same paw, like the wrist part of the paw that just got caught by the glass, as Madara changes her foot glass back to fur, and then using her body weight pushes Lycaxa on the left side to go onto his right side, which is his injured paw, as Lycaxa then rolls over. Madara then keeps pushing Lycaxa more and more over towards the edge of the chasm. Lycaxa can feel his paws no longer near the ground, and Lycaxa decides, well, let's give Madara the slip, shall we? And Lycaxa rolls into the chasm. Madara's shocked by this, almost like something's not right. Madara is fully aware that Lycaxa knew about the chasm there, so why would he just roll in like that? But before Madara could question anything, she, as soon as she goes to look over the edge, she's caught off guard to see Lycaxa with his claws buried deep inside the chasm wall. And right when she looks over, she's surprised to see Lycaxa literally jump up, pushing her backwards and pinning her down, snarling right into her face. Meanwhile, on Lycaxa's perspective, he heard Lycaxa Madara make steady footsteps towards the entrance of the chasm, knowing she would look down. Lycaxa got the impression Madara is a very cunning beast, so he knew that Madara would be caught off guard by what he did. So that's why he knew he was going to look over. So he just listened for when the footsteps stopped, and he looks over. So he pinned Madara down, snarling. Madara goes to try and slash at Lycaxa, but Lycaxa's not having any of it, and uses his paw to not slash Madara, but pin her paws down. He then opens his mouth and starts biting at Madara's neck. Madara hisses and yet screeches in pain, but Lycaxa's not having any of it, keeps biting and tearing at Madara's neck as Madara's eyes just grow wider and wider, unblinking, as she can feel the pain, and her milky white fur started to become red with her own blood. Lycaxa lifts up one of her paws and slashes one of his paws and slashes at Madara's chest, ripping open her stomach. Lycaxa then goes literally digging into Madara's stomach, tearing out organs, blood, making a massive mess. in what was this picturesque white arena, covering Madara's fur completely in red. Lycax's paws and teeth are covered in blood, and Madara's life in her eyes is fading away, almost like she's shocked by how violent this very cunning, very blind beast can be. When Lycax is satisfied with his victory, not smelling not hearing or smelling any sign of life from Madara, he gives a bark, the chasm closes, and he makes his way back to his chamber, ready for the next battle. So with that, Lycaxa won, Madara's lost. If you think Madara should have won, please comment below why you think that. However, my words final, and Lycax moving on to the next round. So, I love Madara, don't get me wrong, but Lycaxa I like as well. Um, being honest, I would have been happy for either of them to make it through, but I gave Lycaxa the victory because one, he's established himself as a very cunning beast throughout the tournament, throughout the new generation tournament, and another key aspect, which Lucas pointed out when I asked him to give his prediction on how each of these battles would go, he said Lycaxa because Madara is fighting the runner-up of the new generation tournament, and was Lycaxa wasn't one of Lucas's predictions to win. Lucas is aware on how great of a beast Lycaxa is because of how well he did being blind. Seriously, his greatest disability has made his other abilities much better. And with that, Madara couldn't do anything. If you can get outsmarted by a beast which is missing a key sense which you have, then you are destined to lose. Personally, the way I see it, you're a smarter person if you can win without a sense. And that's exactly what Lycaxa can do. So that's why Madara's lost, and that's why Lycaxa won. So we finally lost the second beast of Series 7. It's a shame it's Madara, but I'm afraid that's how it goes. But we now have 2 more battles left of round 2. I do not know when I'll be able to record them, but I'll get to them when I can, and I hope you guys will enjoy them. But until then, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, and you'd like to leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the notification bell down below, and I'll see you next time.